Gotta watch that tip. He just barely, that fish just barely tapped that tip. And what we've done, what I'm doing here, everybody, is we're in about 20 feet of water, 21 feet, and there's a bunch of brush that we found right here. And I'm just tight lining with minnows over these areas. And this is the second crappie that I've caught. So I know I'm in a good location. This brush pile seems to be good. I tried some docks and the fish weren't there, but it seems to be that they're kind of holding out on the brush pile. That one there is a little bit small. I'm going to throw him back in, but hopefully here before I'm done today I'll be able to catch a few more. Nothing super the way I'm doing it today. Nothing, it's not rocket scientist. Put a minnow on with a good weight, sit over the top of the brush, use the countdown system, and don't put your bait into the brush. You'll spend more time getting hung up. Just let your bait down to a certain point. Like I know my brush comes up to about 19 feet. So I'm only letting my line out 17 feet, right around there. So I'm sure I'm not going to get down in there. A crappie, if he's hungry, he'll look up. They're always looking up. And he'll look up and he'll see that bait and he'll come up and get it. Let me get him in the water and try to get another bait on there and catch another one.
This week's Carolina Outdoor Adventures TV is brought to you in part by Camelback Hydration Systems. Do you have a camel on your back? By Bolé Sportswear and Sunglasses. By Buckbuster Scents, scents for the serious hunter. By Humminbird Depth Finders. Only Humminbird gives you the detail. And also by CVA. It's just a better gun.
All right. There's a good crappie.
How far back do you have your bobber?
I'm all the way to the bottom.
No, your bobber.
I'm not using the bobber. I'll show you what I'm doing.
Oh.
There's a nice white crappie. First fish of the day. 1 to 0.
1 to 0.
One. I did. Not very big, whatever he is. Got a bite. Look at that. Well, it goes to show you anything will bite out here in the wintertime. There's a darn little bream. And I'll tell you what. He is as pale as he can be. Put my thumb in his mouth. Well, pale he is. Pretty fish. He's even got a kind of a purple lavender tone to him. But caught him on a minnow. What I'm doing now is I've picked up and moved off my brush pile. The fish slacked off there. And I'm running the coastline. I'm looking and marking brush. This here, a couple weeks ago, if you saw myself and Eric, we were out here fishing on Kerr Scott. And this is a new lake to both him and I. And so we're learning it. So any advice anybody out there can give us, we would really appreciate it on this lake, okay? Whether it's crappies, walleyes, smallmouth, we're going to try and catch them all sooner or later here. So, but what I'm doing is I'm really learning the lake today. If I don't catch a lot of fish, I don't care. If I catch a few, that would be really nice. But I'm trying to find brush and mark it. and I'm trying to see how the points are structured on this lake and different things like that. We've been driving around, watching our depth finder, and marking all kinds of stuff. So you want to probably take some time when you come out on a new lake and do that. It'll pay off in the long run. Just don't come out and start fishing and expect you're going to catch a whole lot of fish, because it never seems to work out. At least it doesn't for me. I like to go out and take an hour or so to at least learn some locations, and then over time, fishing this lake, you'll eventually learn more and more and more every time you go by talking to other anglers and just by fishing it yourself. So that's just something good to remember. I'm going to get another bait on here, another minnow, and keep working this shoreline and just keep trying to mark some brush. That's all I'm doing. All right, everybody, we just hooked onto a good fish right here. I don't know what it is. I'm going to tell you what it feels like to me. It feels like a catfish. But we're in an area that me and Eric have fished before, and there's a good brush pile here, and it seems like it always pays off, so we come here first. I've only got about 8-pound test line here, so I'm going to fight him out and see what it is. Could be a smallmouth. It's a good fish. Can you hand me that net back there? Whatever it is, it's aggressive. I know that. Let's see what we got going on here, folks. Oh, we got a striper. Look at that. I never expected to see that at all. Wow. That there is going to have to be a go-home fish. That's for sure. Let me get him out of here. There we go. Not a very big striper, but that's our first striper here on Kerr Scott. And not a very big one, but I'll tell you what, there's going to be a couple of nice fillets right there. So let me go ahead and get him in the live well. I'm going to get my line back out and try this again. I just we drifted off from the area because the wind was blowing and getting set up. So I just now pulled back into the area and back into our brush pile and picked this little guy up. But anyways, I want to get him back in the where he belongs and get my bait back out. All right, we got another one, folks. I don't know what it is, but I'm fixing to find out. Oh boy, it feels like another striper. Oh, smallmouth. Smallmouth. Let me get my darn net. Well, I can't get my net. It's got a fish in it. Ha! Oh, here we go, another fish. Here you go. Here you go. Put your paw in the holder. Here you go. I need help up here. There you go. All right, let me get mine. Oh, what a smallmouth. You remember the one you reached down in to get where I didn't have a net? Well, anyways, I caught him. Now I got a fish coming in on the other side of the boat here. And then I'm going to go net this other fish. And then I'm going to net this other fish, and we'll be back to talk about this one. All right. Another smallmouth. No, that's a largemouth. There you go. Let me finish what I'm doing. All right. There's a nice smallmouth. And I've been doing really good catching the smallmouth in this lake. I really didn't think that the smallmouth were a very large quantity species for this lake. I thought basically it was probably more of a spot and more of a largemouth lake, but this is probably about 5 or 6 smallmouth in the last couple of outings that I've caught. And he's a good little chunk. Nice fish, real healthy, pretty color, and I'm gonna get him back in and get it back out again. So you guys saw the show here we did a little while back where Eric caught one and Jim forgot the net, so I caught the fish, tried to grab him, and I could see the fish was just barely hooked in the lip. Anyways, we never ended up getting him in the boat, but that was a nice one. I think he was a little bit bigger than this, but let me get him back in, guys. Here's one I got off the other pole. Nice little smallmouth. You know what? That's not a, I mean, that's not, I'm sorry, that's not a smallmouth. That's not a largemouth. That's a spot. Let me look at his tongue. Yeah, that's a spot. Nice little chunk. Probably about a pound and a half, maybe 2 pounds, but hey, I don't care how big they are as long as we're catching fish. As you can see, it's kind of got cloudy on us out here, and I think we got a cold front coming in. We're catching these fish before the cold front, so maybe that's what's helping us out. And you get a fish on that rod right there. Anyways, I'll be getting back in the water, okay? That's another one that I caught when I reeling in that smallmouth. This largemouth was on there. And there's another one. Whoa! Look at this, guys. There's another one. Another largemouth. Hold on, hold on. I'm going to let you go, buddy. Just let me... There we go. Very nice. So I think we're sitting in the honey hole right now today. We're fishing 18, 19 feet deep, and putting our lines in a brush pile just above. The brush pile comes up to about 17 feet, and we're just hanging our lines above these brush piles and coming across. Could you do the same thing out here today with artificials? You probably could. I'll bet if you took and you you drop shot it in these brush piles, you probably could do the same thing. But today it's just a nasty day, and in the wintertime I basically live bait fish a whole lot more than anything if I'm not trolling for stripers. So that's what we're doing today. I just don't have a lot of patience unless I'm with in the wintertime to fish for bass with artificial. That's just one of my downfalls, okay? So I just prefer the live bait. But whatever you do, I guess if you're doing it and you're catching fish, I guess the main thing to do is just keep on doing it that way. So we're going to go ahead and put some more live bait on and get back over to my marker here and try to catch a few more fish. We got no fish. Might be a crappie, not very big. Nope, another smallmouth. Alright. We'll take him. We'll take him. It's getting really cold on the hands out here, folks. This is fun, but boy, when your hands get cold, it makes it a little hard to do what you got to do out here. You got them pliers up there, I got them right here. Alright. We just set up from that last fish we caught. I'm headed back to the buoy. Kind of slow trolling as we're going. This little guy came along. This lake is going to be full of smallmouth. We're just nailing them right here, it seems like. Alright. Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in and watching today's Carolina Outdoor Adventures TV. We had a great time out on the water today, and if you ever get a chance to head up there to the Wilksboro area and fish Kerr Scott Reservoir, you really should do it. This is an Army Corps of Engineers lake, and basically it has clear water about all the time, and it's a small lake and it's really easy to learn. So get yourself in your boat and head on up and enjoy the waters up there around the Wilkesboro area. Once again, thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the program today. We'll catch you somewhere next week in the great outdoors when we do it all again. Thanks for watching.